what we do is what I call is go down the rabbit hole too much. We have a ton of people chasing us down rabbit holes or pointing us down rabbit holes, and it's due to our lack of intestinal fortitude. Wow, what I mean by that is we don't want to look up things. We want the quick fix. Oh yeah, I saw this on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook, which is almost a joke in itself. I saw it on Facebook, so it's real. Okay, but we have to stop doing that. And the reason I'm asking us to stop doing that is because I was witness to a situation this week. And the situation was I was in the store and I was behind these two men. And there's this brother and this white boy. And the brother was talking about how 5G is the reason we have corona. And they putting this stuff in the ground. Every night I see AT&T trucks putting more corona in the ground. And by me not participating or demonstrating in the conversation, what I saw was this. I saw the white boy just staring at him. And he's looking at him, kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, he's looking at him crazy. Like, and then he started demonstrating with him. Hit him with the, yeah, I know what you mean, And the moment he hit him with the, yeah, I know what you mean, I know some bullshit on the way. So what he did was jump right down that rabbit hole with him. And instead of staying on that conspiracy path, what the white boy did was take the brother down a path that the brother wasn't prepared to go down. And because, like a lot of people, when people talk over your head, instead of you saying, well, wait a minute, I don't know about that, or, well, I ain't going down there, man, I don't have enough information about that one, even though the whole concept of 5G being put in the ground should be some shit that he shouldn't have been talking about anyway, because there's a very good chance that he don't have nothing to back that dumb shit up either, but that's neither here nor there. But, so the brother was like, yeah. He was like, see, man, it's these rich people. They trying to send us off. And now the brother engaged. And he was like, yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He was like, and what they do, they're trying to change everything now. He said, what are they going to do? Change the history books? He said, they want to tear down all these monuments. And then now the brother is fully engaged and being led by the nose like a bull. And I'm standing there shaking my damn head. And I'm going, bro, really? And he was like, yeah, man, they trying to change everything. I don't understand why they changing those flags either. And that's when I knew it was over. And I was like, so the brother, he was like, yeah, what they gonna change next? The money? So that's when I stepped in. I was like, yeah, who the hell wants them slave trading cards? I was like, that's exactly what they need to do. Change the money. And they do need to fix the history books. So the white boy didn't expect me to engage. Nobody expected me to engage. Hell, they wasn't talking to me. And it wasn't my damn, technically it wasn't my damn business. But you made it my business when you start trying to augment what's really going on. Yes. Let me, before I move forward, I don't give a damn about a statue or a flag. I really don't. Hell no. Keep all that shit up if you ask me. Change policy and stop folks from getting murdered in these streets. And you could put a statue of Scooby-Doo up if you like. But when you start speaking from the aspect of what are they going to do? Change this and change that? Yes, they do need to change those things because, see, you're not subjected to the tyranny that those things bring about. So if they're starting out small with monuments, because monuments mean something. Monuments show an allegiance to something. And when you show an allegiance to something, you're saying that's what you're about. And if you are about Confederate soldiers, if you're about the Confederacy, that means you're anti-me. And see, this is why You got dumbasses like Drew Brees standing around talking about the flag, and other dumbasses like Candace Owens and those people trying to say racism doesn't exist. So this is why when you hear yourself engaging in something that is nonsensical or stupid, we can't even go down those paths, because those paths lead you directly into destruction. You'll end up arguing with someone or debating about something that is counter who you are, because they hear the lack of true information spewing from the front of your face, and then they talk you into it via the same way somebody more than likely talked that sheriff into it, or somebody talked the Candace into it, or one of these numbskulls that regurgitate the white nationalist propaganda that we live on today. The black on black crime, what about Chicago, what are you guys doing, and things of that nature. See, this is why if you are not informed, it's okay to say, I don't know. Because when you go down that rabbit hole and that person exposes your ignorance, you are subject to your ignorance. You are owner of what you think, and you are a slave to what you say. If you don't say anything that defines or that puts you in a specific position, you're not bound to that. I can think I don't like XYZ all I want, but the moment I tweet it, the moment I post it, the moment I say it, now everybody and their aunt and their aunt's mother can hold me accountable for what I said. Even if I misspeak, even if you misunderstand it, because even though I'm only responsible for what I say and not how you receive it, all you have to do is continue to regurgitate what you believe I said, and most people will accuse me of saying it. That's the thing. That is clearly the thing that's going on, because, and if I'm popular enough, nobody will take my side, and and the people who I counter what they knew or understood I had to say, they'll just continue to put forth the lie, and now I'm boxed in. Now, me personally, if you misunderstand me and you misquote me, I got a whole lot of words for you. I'll pull this damn show up and play it for you. Or better yet, I'll tell you go to hell. Deal with it. But most of us aren't built like me. And that's where we run into the problem. That is clearly where we run into the problem, and we don't know how to get out of it. So, if you find yourself in a situation to whereas someone is misquoting you, or you don't even understand the conversation that you're going into, simply, before you're misquoted or your words are used out of context to frame what you meant, just don't engage. Don't engage in the conversation that you know people will put you in a bad situation. If you don't understand what I'm saying presently, I'll give you an example. Morgan Freeman was framed in that way, and he has been labeled a sucker, a clown, a sellout, and everything like that. But what Morgan Freeman said, dude asked him, how do you deal with race? And Morgan Freeman said, stop talking about it. Blur the lines. He said, what about Black History Month? We don't need Black History Month. And they stopped. And that's the only clip they put out in front of the world. Morgan Freeman was saying, don't make it Black History Month. Teach about my people 365 days a year. But you push it out on the internet, stop it right there, and then you got Morgan Freeman out here looking like a clown. And you got people, oh, well, we need to cancel Morgan Freeman. He's a creep. He's this. And now you want to bring up all the ill doings of one Morgan Freeman. Has it affected him now? Because most older guys will tell you KMA. And it seems as if Brother Morgan has done that. But Brother Morgan shouldn't have had to go through that. And when you find yourself in a situation to whereas if you don't have the intestinal fortitude to deal with what Brother Morgan dealt with, then don't talk about things that you're not prepared to talk about. Because white nationalists, this propagandized media and other outlets throughout the United States of America. They are waiting on you and I and anybody who looks like you and I or anybody affiliated with you and I to misstep or say something that they know they can make out of a sound bite and push you down a rabbit hole that you will more than likely the average person will never be able to crawl out of. And anytime you come back, they'll always hold it up in your face because if you don't believe me, turn to whatever station Fox News come on in your area and just watch them. They take portions of what people say, force it down the dumbass American populist's throat, and they are not accountable for anything that they say or do. You got a cat like by the name of Sean Hannity, who is literally and figuratively hate mongering every night, putting people in danger for ratings, and it could be that he is a nationalist himself. I'm not going to call him a nationalist, but me personally, he sounds like a white nationalist. I've heard him attempt to twist people's words and things of that nature. And if you're not eloquent with your speech, he will put you in a trick bag, and now you looking like a clown in front of the entire world. Why people even go on this show when you know that's what he's doing is beyond me. But hey, I'm not here to say what anybody else should do with their personal time, but it just seems to me, if you're dealing with a white nationalist and you find yourself in a bad situation, and you find people who you know are way smarter than you or have an ability to articulate their thoughts way more eloquently than you, why go on there and put yourself in that situation? But hey, man, sometimes people jump in 10 fingers, 10 toes. Like my mama used to say, your eyes bigger than your stomach. You see more stuff that you can handle and you think you can handle and you can't. But I just want people to stop even participating in nonsensical conversations like that or not be prepared enough to deal with it. Period. The next thing I want to talk about is the BET Awards. Even though that seems to be a 180, I'm speaking about power. Every week I speak about truth. I speak truth to power. This week was the BET Awards. Big ups to the people who run BET right now, which is a sad commentary. The people at BET simulcasted their awards. You know, you had Public Enemy, The Roots, and everybody doing things like, you know, did a rendition of Fight the Power, which was super dope. I saw a video of it. I haven't watched an award show God knows how long. I don't know why I stopped watching them. I don't know. I just stopped watching them one year and never went back. But and they simulcasted this program for BET, Black Entertainment Television, and put it on CBS. The reason they did that is because of the lack of content that's on traditional or mainstream television. BET is obviously a cable network, so you won't get what you get on BET and a lot of other places. But it also shows the power of our community. If you have nothing, anytime people have nothing else to do and they continue to turn back to you, you need to identify that as a source of power. I hear Spike Lee. I remember years ago, Spike Lee and Eddie Murphy had a feud, and then they had a conversation. They were talking about the power each other had and things of that nature. Now you have a person like Tyler Perry who said, I ain't about to participate. And he has taken his power and created his own studio. Tyler Perry has quarantined his people and things of that nature so he can create content. This is an opportunity for everybody in America who is a creative, whether you are a writing creative, a movie creative, or acting creative, or what have you. We have the technology in our hands. We have the technology on our desktops and things of that nature to create our own content and put these people in a situation to whereas we can make demands now. Because our stories have not been told. It's only so many times you can remake the Manchurian Candidate. It's only so many times you can remake The Omen and things of that nature that come from them, probably stolen from others, like The Matrix, stolen from a sister. Most people don't know that. Black woman wrote The Matrix. She just got paid about 4 or 5 years, or maybe 10 years ago. But that's neither here nor there. So when you are in an advantageous situation like this, you must take advantage. If we need to be circling the wagons like wolves. And if you circle the wagon like a group of wolves, you won't be defeated. But at this point, we continue to stay fractured. We can no longer play this game as a hand. We must play this game as a fist. And if you don't understand that, then